This is Samsung's latest and greatest, and you may have seen the large amount of hype around the 100x zoom. First off, I have to say, overall I quite like the form factor of this. It is a little bigger than I'm used to, but it does sit quite well in the hand. There's a USB-C charging port at the bottom, and I received some USB-C headphones with the phone as well. And what I really like about this is Samsung have done away with the rounded edge screen, which I wasn't a fan of. When I tried out a few of those phones earlier this year and last year, I found them a little bit sharp in the hand. So this feels a lot more comfortable. Features an in-screen fingerprint scanner. Pretty responsive, as you see, and it's got a really lovely display. I think this is 120 Hertz display, and it's really silky smooth. Whatever you're up to, whether you're just browsing the internet or playing some games, this phone looks fantastic. It's pretty large in the hand, but I can use this single-handedly. You can see at the top there, or rather you can't see, it's quite subtle. That's the camera, that's a front-facing camera, and on the rear you have the famous quad camera setup with 100x zoom. We'll come back to that in a minute. As you'd expect from a top-end mobile, games play brilliantly on this. It's a really nice size screen. Your hands don't get in the way at all because it's so wide. It looks brilliant, has no problem playing these 3D intensive games. It's very much almost like a console-like experience. So I've come out and about just to test the camera. So often come down this way to test cameras simply because the footpath is a little bit bumpy and the tree cover means there can be changes in light level. So I'm now going into a bit of shade. There's a plane overhead making a noise, and this is all being recorded on the S20 Ultra's camera and using the internal microphone. I'm not using any external microphone. It feels fairly comfortable in the hand. The larger size isn't proving to be a problem. How do you think this is coping? What I'm going to be really interested in though is testing out the camera zoom function. This is something that's been spoken about quite a lot, 100x zoom. So I'm very impressed with the 100x zoom. The camera is also capable of hyperlapse, which is what I did here as I went to my second destination to try out the zoom. You saw that that pyramid structure was quite far away, so I thought I'd test out the zoom on something a little closer. So you've got a wide angle, slightly closer, zoom in again, you can see the sign really clearly, zoom in again and again. Now I will say, trying to stabilize this in the hand is very difficult, which is why the circle isn't bob on. Overall though, really love the camera. I think it produces really nice pictures. You get really nice depth of field on it as well, and the video quality is very good. It's also got this one-shot function, so here's one shot of video. It then spits out a load of different media based on that video, so various photos and a couple of videos. The videos are slightly sped up of the original, and also a boomerang type one that goes forwards and then backwards. We also have slow motion available, and this is it's not my cat actually, this is a visiting cat that very kindly allowed me to demo this slow-mo, which works really well. So you can speed the footage up after you've recorded it, and then it can be slowed right down. If this isn't slow enough, there is also super slow motion, which goes even slower, but that comes at the cost of a lack of quality. So you can see it's a little bit grainier. It's not quite got the same resolution as the other slow motion I just showed you. Camera also has gesture control, so if you are taking a selfie and you can't quite reach the button, hold up your hand, selfie taken. So this is just a quick test of the front-facing camera's low light capability. I've got a little bit of light shining on me from my house. If I turn a little bit, you can see the light source changing, and you can't see me that well. It's a decent low light camera. You can see the screen really clearly and you can see what you're taking a photo of. And actually I think this performs a little bit better than the iPhone because it doesn't make it look like daylight. It still has that nighttime vibe to it. At first I was impressed by the camera, and it is a very good camera, but as other reviewers have noted, if you do close-up shots, it does seem to have a really shallow field of focus. This does seem to be for close-up shots only, but that's a bit of a problem if you, like me, use your camera to take photos of products, maybe close-up shots that you want to use on your website or in a video. It is a big phone with a big camera and a big price tag, but I have to say this is a really nice quality feel to it, as you'd expect. It's lovely in the hand, a little bit slippy maybe, so make sure you get a case to protect it. I hope you found this short review useful. Thanks for watching.